When I think of Queen's most emotional songs, Love of My Life is the first to come to mind. This is mainly due to the lyrics, which Freddie Mercury wrote about his then-girlfriend, Mary Austin. Freddie dated Mary for 6 years. Their relationship ended in 1976, only 1 year after A Night at the Opera was released. And this is not surprising, considering the album does touch on Mercury's realization that he loved men. This is most apparent with Queen's operatic masterpiece, Bohemian Rhapsody. It's written about a man who realizes that he needs to stop living a lie and come to accept who he truly is.
Gotta leave you all behind and face the truth.
Verse 4 addresses Freddie Mercury's choice to leave Mary Austin and stop lying to himself.
Just gotta get right out of here.
But how about Love of My Life? Well, the track touches on a man who's been abandoned by his lover. This results in him being left in a challenging situation. He feels as though the love which he has lost affects him much more than his lover. He's left stating,
"From me because you don't know what it means to me."
He's unsure if he'll be able to find love like this again. However, he knows that once all this sadness is blown over, he will at least always be there for them.
How I still love you.
Lyrically, it of course reflects the relationship which Freddie had with Mary. Clearly, after the relationship, they were both hurt, although Mercury kept his promise of staying by her side till the end. She was the love of his life. In fact, Freddie Mercury even gave half of his vast wealth to Mary Austin. In terms of the instrumentation, it complements the emotive sound of this number through how it is a soft rock ballad. It consists of a pseudo-classical arrangement, and the opening piano melody is beautifully constructed. It's instantaneously clear this song is by Freddie because of its main instrument being the piano. Additionally, Mercury employs trill ornaments on piano, which emphasizes the classical influence of Love of My Life. This is only further reinforced by the orchestral harp played by Brian May. It mainly acts to complement the piano. Brian described using the harp as a nightmare, mostly because it proved difficult to tune. It's to no one's surprise why this track was the only number by the band which featured the orchestral instrument. On the subject of the tempo, it's moderately slow, and I believe this complements the overall emotional, melancholic, but hopeful sound of the song. In many ways, it's unlike any other Queen song, apart from maybe You Take My Breath Away. During the orchestral break, May's electric guitars come in, adding this grand feeling to the track. In addition, it reminds you that this is still a Queen number, despite its unique sound. This point is further reinforced through Love of My Life's vocal harmonies, which are a staple of the band's music. Moving on to Freddie Mercury's vocal performance, it's one of the strongest elements of this number. He makes use of his distinctive falsetto, which signifies his vulnerability in this difficult situation. The studio version of Love of My Life would never be released as a single, which is a shame. Many consider this to be one of their favorite tracks by the rock group. Though a live version of the number would be released in June of 1979 to coincide with Queen's Live Killers album. All the live versions of the song are acoustic, evidently because the studio release would be hard to replicate in a live setting. I mean, it would prove challenging for Brian May to suddenly start playing a full-sized harp. For the track to work live, Brian had to rearrange the track so it could be played on an acoustic 12-string guitar. Despite the song not being a success upon its release in the late 70s, it did at least reach number 1 in both Brazil and Argentina. In those territories, the live version of the track became a major part of Queen's live shows. But even still, wherever the band played, Freddie would allow the audience to sing a large amount of the number. Queen continued to play Love of My Life even after all these years. However, now it has become an emotional tribute to the late frontman, with May often handling the vocals. It's no wonder why so many rate this as one of their favourite Queen songs. It represents so much, if that be the relationship Mercury had with Mary Austin, or how Love of My Life now acts as an emotive reminder of the talented Freddie Mercury. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to show your support. Until next time, thanks for watching, and bye.